What was that, 2-0?
Yes.
Thank you. Michigan plays tomorrow at 8:30. ESPN 2 against Oklahoma. That was an overtime game. Extra inning. Tell me she got stepped out when the guard got called out for the ball hitter.
Yeah.
Ball hitter out of the box.
Yes, okay. Battery interference.
I'm not sure if it's called batter interference.
I knew it, yeah.
I'm not. It's not batter interference. It's
Strike outside the, hit
what?
outside the box.
Yeah, it's hit outside the box, but I don't know what it's called.
That's what I said.
Yeah, when the ball, because the ball can't touch you if you hit it and you're in the field of play.
It's gotta be some interference call.
Yeah, I have to figure out what it was.
It goes down as two runs.
Yeah.
That's what it makes.
Okay.
I remember that I didn't want that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you can put them in there. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay. Yes. We got a moderator right here. We got another Michael.
2 letters. I got 2 letters.
Good, how you doing?
Oh, this is cool.
Good to see you.
I think I
Congratulations.
have this printed.
Good evening. At this time, we have University of Michigan on the dais, starting with head coach, Coach Hutch, student athlete Megan Betza, student athlete Tara Blanco, and student athlete Kelly Krishner. Coach, general comments about the game?
Just what a great game. What a pitcher's duel. What a gutsy performance by really both pitchers. And in a game like that, and I told the kids late in the game there, and you got to stay tough. And toughness is not allowing yourself to go mentally in the wrong direction. Just start worrying about, oh, we haven't scored runs, or just start worrying about anything. Just staying tough and staying in their moment. And I thought we did an outstanding job of that. And it really just came down to a timely hit, but some really key bases in that inning in the bottom of the 6th. And, I thought LSU played outstanding, and Wall Jasper was outstanding. But we were outstanding as well. And, again, Megan Betza gave us just a great chance to win, and that's why we're sitting up here.
All right, we're going to open up for questions. Just raise your hand. We'll get the mic to you.
To Coach and Megan, there was LSU had a little something going. I think it was in the 5th, 1st and 2nd, nobody out, and you came out and talked to Megan, had a long talk with her. What was the message, and what'd you do to bear down and get those outs to kind of end that threat?
She came out there and just asked me if I was calm, and I told her no. And she just reminded me that I needed to be calm and trust my spin and trust my defense and let them work behind me.
Steve Kornacki, MGoBlue.com. Tara, talk about how you may have changed your approach with the new pitcher coming in. You had to adjust quickly, and then also take us through the emotions when you saw that ball taken off your bat, and you knew what was going to happen.
I mean, I just went up there. I was looking for a good pitch to hit and get it out in front. She throws hard, and I was just looking to hit the ball on the ground. I was really excited when I saw the ball off my bat, and I'm pretty sure everyone else was too. And I think the energy of my team and Megan just throwing her game made everyone more excited.
So your approach didn't change, and you're just the pitchers were so radically different that you had to
They were a little different, but just see ball, hit ball, basically.
Coach, it appeared that a lot of their players were swinging early in the count. Was that part of the game plan going in against Wall Jasper?
A lot of our players were swinging early in the count. Well, I thought the first few innings we weren't swinging at all. And I thought we were pretty focused on her changeup, which was excellent, and let it get in our head a little bit. And I wanted us to just go up there and hit the fast one whenever it was. And then late in the game, we did start swinging early, and it was effective as we had a few hits and got something going. But we definitely she did an outstanding job against us, and we needed to attack by just simply hitting the fast pitch and not thinking. We're not very good at that thinking thing.
Angelique Shingelis, Detroit News. Megan, and maybe Hutch better to answer this. Did you feel like the strike zone looked like it was shrinking for you in that middle part of that 4th, 5th inning? It looked like there were some pitches that were called balls that looked like strikes to us.
I didn't notice. Obviously I want every pitch called a strike, so if it's anywhere near close, then you're going to see me react. But I thought it was pretty good strike zone.
I thought she was outstanding behind the plate. I hope we have her again.
And can I ask you, was there any hesitation? With the 1 day delay, was there any little jitters or tightness going on at this start?
I don't think so. Today we went out and we hit for an hour or so before just to kind of loosen up, feel good. And I think we were all just even more excited to get out there and play.
I have a question for Kelly. Can you talk about your bat in the 6th? There were a lot of pitches that you looked at that went by, and then finally you're able to take a swing and get a hit.
Well, yeah, early in the at bat, I was looking to bunt just to move Romo over, and she was throwing balls. And then, with a 3-0 count, especially in that situation, you're taking. And then we decided to also take on the 3-1 because, if she throws another ball, then it's first and second, no outs. And I'm still comfortable with a 2-strike at bat, so I was just looking for that pitch to hit because I knew she was coming with another one.
And then can you also talk about on the next couple of bats after when you were on first and Tara was at the plate? Can you talk about what you felt like after she hit the ball and you saw it that it was going fair?
Yeah, well, I was on second. I was on first for Kelsey's, and then she walked, so I was on second. And right whenever I saw it, I thought, oh my, please get over her head, please get over her head. So I was looking to tag up at second base. And then I saw that it was over, and I was like, just run fast and get home and help my team get some runs.
Steve.
Megan, what was working particularly well for you tonight?
Well, early on in the game, it kind of looked like they prepared for my rise and not really for my change, but so I was just using that to my advantage, making sure I was throwing it low in the zone and keeping my whip just to fool the hitters, and it obviously worked.
And you mentioned that Hutch asked you if you felt calm, and you said you didn't. Did you quickly find that calmness after that?
Yeah, I just took a deep breath. We huddled back as our infield huddle, and I was just ready to attack the next hitter, get out of the jam.
And one last question for Hutch. You touched on the at-bats that your hitters had in that inning. And Kelsey particularly fell behind 0-2 and then worked a full count and got the walk. Talk about her at bat and what that meant to the inning and just the patience that your hitter showed there.
Well, it's just one of our philosophies is just to be a base, to find a way to be a base, because whether you get a hit or get walked or they make an error, anytime you're on base, you have a chance to score. And give her credit for being 0-2 and finding a way to not swing at her pitches and make her throw it where she needed to. Kelsey's a very dangerous hitter, and it was a big at-bat for us.
We got time for 2 more questions.
Yeah, Megan Betza, John McKelvey with the Norman Transcript. I just want to ask about OU and how you handle a team like that can hit not only 1 through 9, but all those hitters can hit the ball over the fence.
Well, I throw a lot to my own hitters, and I think we have one of the best offenses in the country, and I'm pretty successful doing that. So I think if I can beat my own hitters, I can beat anyone in the country.
I noticed you all had MOE written on your arms. What does that mean or stand for?
So Emily Hepker is, she's just like one of our people, and she has what kind?
Lymphoma. She was diagnosed with lymphoma in 2007, and she came to one of our softball games, and Jess Mendoza said, you need to go meet the softball team, and she introduced herself, and when I asked her what she did for a living, she said, well, I have cancer. She has spent her whole life fighting it, and she's been able to be a part of our program for a few years, and we often bring her on a lot of these trips, and she was supposed to come with us on this trip, and she was very sick the day we left, so she couldn't come. And so this was our way of honoring her, but she was in our dugout tonight. She found a way to, she felt better, and I'm convinced that's why we didn't play last night, because we were waiting for her.
All right, Angelique, we'll give you the last question.
Megan, you keep hearing Hutch week after week talking about how gutsy you are. What are you learning something about yourself, the way you're pitching in these postseason games?
Yeah, I'm learning that I am a lot better than I ever thought I would be, and I have a great team behind me, and they put themselves out there for me, and I just realized that I need to do the same and give my all, and whatever I have at the time is good enough.
All right. Once again, Coach, we'd like to thank you and student
Thank you
athlete.
very much.
Michigan plays tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. on ESPN2. Thank you. Thanks, Coach. Trying to get you out of here. get a chance to tell them.
Well, it's phones, and tell them, but I haven't been stopping phones.
Yeah, I thought phones was fine because they just probably get a couple snippets, and we can't. They're probably easy for them to use their phone. Cool. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah, that's crazy about Muhammad Ali, right? Yeah. I know they said he went to the hospital, and the family was like it wasn't bad, but then ESPN, like, they heard reports that it was probably worse than what they thought it was. Then it turned out when he went in, because I knew he was just in the hospital not long ago. So when I heard about him, I'm like, man, it's one of the biggest Louisville fans right there. Yeah. He guess got notification he passed. 74 years young. They can bring him up. Clyde, if you want. Okay. I said they could have brought him up. That's fine. Wait, what? They could bring him up if they wanted. Oh, they can? Yeah, that's fine. Plenty of room up here. It's just me. Tough game. See, Clyde. I'm good. Tough one. Sorry about that. Okay, at this time, on the dais we have LSU head coach, Coach Terrainer, student athlete Sandra Simmons, and student athlete Kelsey Kloss. Coach, we'll start with general comments about the game, and then we open it up for questions.
I thought our team did some things really well. I think there's some things we could do better. I think, Michigan's pitcher threw a great game against us. She gets a lot of the credit for their victory today. I thought, our pitching staff did a good job. Our defense did a good job of holding a really tough offense down for a long time. And, we just never got the timely hit that made big pitches and big moments. And that's what, great pitchers do. That's why Michigan's here. That's why they're ranked what they're ranked, why they only have, 5 losses on the season, because they do a good job in big situations.
All right, we're going to open it up for questions.
Coach, can you talk about what went into the decision to change pitchers and go with Hoover?
Yeah, sort of before the game, that was the plan, that we were going to use multiple arms against them because we thought they had a big offense and a big threat. So trying to keep them off balance with, different looks was the plan going into it, and thought it was a good time for it to happen. Carly's been great in relief. I'd go to her any day of the week, all the time. I'm 100% confident in her. Still right now, I wouldn't change a thing I did.
Coach, some of the missed scoring opportunities, perhaps a little bad luck too. The chopper that backed into Bailey on in that one inning, and then Bianca after that.
Yeah, I didn't think a lot of things went our way. I think it's a different game and a different strike zone. Not saying it was bad or good, just it was elevated a little bit more than we would like it to be. I think in a different zone on a different day, it's a completely different ball game. So we really didn't get any breaks. Obviously, we make our own breaks too, and we didn't make a lot for ourselves. But, we didn't get the ball to bounce the right way at any point either.
Are there any other questions?
Just having to come back, in the early afternoon game tomorrow and facing a tough Bama team, obviously. What are your thoughts there, Beth?
For me or them?
All three. Yeah, go ahead, Sandy.
I think we've shown all year that we can fight. So I think if we come out and play our game and not press because we're now in the losers bracket, we're going to be on a really good side. We haven't had time to prepare for Alabama, but we have played them in conference this year. So I think we're going to be able to go back and look at that stuff and make up a plan pretty quickly and just come out and play our game and keep fighting like we have all year.
I think anytime you play Alabama, whether it's just a regular season game or an elimination game in the postseason, just like we had last year against them, it's just a really hard-fought game. They play with a lot of passion and emotion, and I think we play hard just like they do. So I think it's going to be a good game, but we're just really well prepared for whatever comes our way. We've been in this spot before with our backs against the wall many times, and we've come up on the winning end. So I think our team is ready for the challenge.
And that's just the preparation, it's a quick turnaround.
It is, but it's an opponent that we've seen before. I hate that we're having to see him now. I wish we were seeing the SEC teams later. I know we got, several all the SEC teams playing each other tomorrow. It's a point in the year where we want to pull for each other, not be against each other. But at least it's a team we've seen. We've prepared for them. We have information on them. So, we'll be ready to go. I know they're a little different than when we saw them, but we'll try and bridge the gap a little bit and be ready to go. I think it's a tough spot to be in for our team, but if any team can handle it, it's ours. We have the pitching staff for it. We've been with our backs against the wall. It's a spot where we've seemed to thrive in the past. So if any team can handle it, it's this one.
Coach, talking about umpiring can sound like sour grapes, but a lot of your fans have been talking about it. Was it consistent, or was it did you feel like it got tighter in the later innings?
I just thought it was a tough zone for Allie to work in. It was just a little bit elevated. She's a down pitcher, and, it was a little higher than we would have liked it to be. But, it is what it is. And every day you get a little bit different strike zone. So it's a little bit, the game changes depending on the zone that you get. I don't think it's something that is good or bad. I just think it's something we've got to coach through. I think that's part of the game. It's actually part of the game that I truly enjoy is the human element of this game. I love that part of it. So, we had to figure out how to work in that zone. Allie did a really good job of making the adjustment after the first inning, I thought, of working in what it was. And, I think she moved forward from it.
All right. If there are no more questions, Coach, student athletes, thank you. LSU will play Alabama tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. on ESPN. Thank you.